So what about Mr. Wright's perspective and why he matters? Let's talk to Ben West, who's an energy investment specialist and founding investor of PRAGMA. That's a company that says it's working towards a pragmatic approach to energy transition. And Ben, good to have you with us. And I'm right in saying you spoke to Mr. Wright last week, didn't you? What does this appointment signal to the rest of the world? But maybe we'll come on to that in a second. What does this first tell us about what US energy policy will be?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Mr. Wright, if we look at his background, has been a pioneer in the oil and gas industry, and as one of the people that we have to thank for the shale revolution. I think you have to look at what the benefits of the shale revolution are, and they are that it has simply drastically improved the American people's access to affordable, reliable energy. And the US has subsequently shifted from becoming a net importer to a net exporter of energy. And so I think I think one of the first priorities for Mr. Wright and this administration is going to be to bring down the cost of energy. I think if we look at the results of the election the week before last, one of the key reasons that the American people voted so overwhelmingly in favor of Trump and this Republican administration is because inflation has risen so much under the Democrats over the past 4 years that for many, the cost of living has simply become untenable. Therefore, I think Mr. Wright's first priority will be to prioritize bringing affordable, reliable, available and secure energy for the American population to market.
But is that the point? The administration would say, yes, we'll bring down prices, but to hell with the environment.
I don't think that's necessarily it's not a black and white argument. I think if we look at the US, it's a nation which has reduced its emissions more than any other nation over the past decade. The way that it's achieved this is by displacing coal-fired power generation with gas-fired power generation, with gas having less than half the carbon intensity of coal-fired power. And therefore, I think we have to look at it in terms of energy demand across the US, across the world is forecast to grow significantly moving forward. It's the US power demand in the US alone is forecast to grow by another 15 to 20% over the next 5 years as a result of data centers and energy demand brought about by AI. And therefore, in a world that has an ever-increasing energy demand, it's important that we have consistent, regular energy supply. And therefore, I think what the administration and Mr. Wright as the Secretary of Energy will prioritize will be how we bring all forms of energy to market rather than polarizing sort of one narrative versus the other and prioritizing one form of energy over another. And therefore, I think the impact that the administration can have by bringing low carbon natural gas to market to displace higher sort of carbon intensity fuels or energy sources can actually have a big impact on the environmental agenda as well.
But this isn't entirely altruistic, isn't it? It's not just him saying, I want to bring down prices for everyone. He is the boss of an oil field services firm in Denver. He will do very well out of this, won't he?
I don't think it's necessarily about. I think you need someone in positions of power in the administration who have experience running the business and who actually understand what policies are needed to achieve a wider agenda. And I think that Mr. Wright brings that experience to the table and definitely knows what types of policies have been destructive to the industry in the past and have prevented maybe some of the some longer term goals being achieved and brought to the table.
Really good to talk to you, Ben. We will talk again, I'm sure, as we start to get more indications about what that administration will look like. But Ben West there from PRAGMA, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.